laughed at her first, not even bothering to lower their voices, because to them she looked invisible, like someone who didn't deserve space in the bright cafe, filled with expensive clothes and louder egos. And when she accidentally bumped into the table, spilling a little water, their laughter turned into cruelty, sharp words cutting deeper than any glass, calling her clumsy, poor, useless, and telling her she should know her place, while people around watched in silence, some amused, some uncomfortable, but no one stepping in. And the girl stood there frozen, her hands shaking, her face burning with shame, because humiliation in public has a way of stealing your breath, especially when you are a girl taught to endure quietly. And she wanted to explain, to say sorry, to disappear all at once. But before she could speak, one of them mocked her worn shoes and asked how someone like her could even enter such a place. And that was when tears welled in her eyes, not because of the words alone, but because she had heard them all her life, at school, on buses, in shops, always judged by what she wore instead of who she was. And she remembered her father's voice telling her, kindness is strength, not weakness even when the world tries to break you. So she lowered her head and whispered an apology, which only made them laugh harder, until suddenly the cafe fell quiet, as a man in a simple but perfectly tailored suit stood up from the corner table, his presence calm but commanding, and he walked toward her, placing a gentle hand on her shoulder, asking softly if she was hurt. And the girl looked up, shocked, because that man was her father, the one who hugged her every morning before university, the one who told her to walk with dignity no matter what. And when the others recognized him, their faces drained of color, because this was the billionaire whose name was on buildings, charities, and headlines, the man they admired from a distance. Without knowing, his daughter stood right in front of them, and he turned to them with eyes that held disappointment instead of anger, saying that wealth without humanity is poverty of the soul, and that the girl they humiliated was richer in character than all of them combined. And in that moment, the room felt heavy with regret. But for the girl, something inside healed, because her worth was finally reflected back to her, not by money, but by love and respect. And as they left together, heads held high, she understood that silence is not weakness and dignity needs no audience. And the people who laughed learned a lesson they would never forget, that you never truly know who someone is or where they come from, and kindness costs nothing but means everything. So if this story touched your heart and reminded you to treat others with respect, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel Kindness, Voice to Support. More stories that spread humanity and compassion.